What's up, y'all? Oh man, man, Tory, boy. Oh my God. Oh man. So listen, that man just got sentenced to 10 years. All right, 10 long years. He has to serve 85% of the sentence. All right. So that means he gonna do at least with time served another like seven and like I think like 10 months. 7 and like 10 months because he's been in there since December. It's August now. Yeah, he'd do another like 7 years and 10 months for sure. Uh I'm predicting. I'm easily predicting he's going to appeal. Like it makes no sense for him to not appeal. That I don't get it if he doesn't, like if he just sits there and just does it. I doubt it. I doubt it. He's definitely going to appeal. Um, his previous appeal was an appeal to get the sentence, I guess, thrown out or whatever under certain grounds. There's certain grounds that you can do that. I'm not a legal expert, but it's possible. They tried it, it failed. Um, then and during sentencing, and we're gonna go through the sentencing process, and then I'm gonna go through like my thoughts on it. But I do want to start off with this tweet because I found this tweet to be pretty fucking hilarious. Matter of fact, man, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually throw this tweet on the screen, man. I'm gonna go and throw this tweet on the screen because this tweet had me in tears, bro. Literal tears. Like I gotta start off. I gotta start this off somewhat funny. Always gotta find the silver lining. You gotta find the laughs, man. Gotta find the laughs. So listen, this man, all right, Mulholland Lover, all right, Mulholland Lover. All right, this man gonna say something. I'm not giving the Meghann Tory shit any more any more energy. The purpose of my account is to protect the public image. And hold on, let me zoom this in just a little bit, just so y'all can see it a bit more. Yeah, let me do that. There we go. There we go. All right. So my purpose of my account is to protect the image of clean cut, non-violent black men and women. A 5'2" fake Canadian thug rapping about violence and a booty shaking alcoholic has nothing to do with black culture. We off this. Like, bro, so wild. Dude always be tweeting wild stuff. But sir, like what you got going on? What you got going on in your head where you feel like that was the move, that was the vibe, that's what you should have did. That's what I want to know, man. Like, dude really has no chill. He has no chill at all. Let me get over here to Miss the man, what's her name? Megan Cunoff. Meghann Cunoff. Cause that's the main lady that was the reporter that was in the court and broke the news first. That he was sentenced. All right, cool. I got her page. I got her page now. We're gonna go through her thread. Because there's a lot of very relevant information in this thread. So let me get that on the screen here. But I do also want to say I don't agree with the sentencing. Okay. I don't agree with that. All right. 10 years. Okay. Let's think about that. 10 years. Okay. And nobody died. Like nobody died. Nobody was like critically injured. Like nobody was maimed. Nobody's life was permanently altered from said injury, from said incident. Like you didn't do that level of harm. All right. So listen. Also, quick rundown. No, Tory was not on probation. No, Tory didn't has no felonies. These are his first three charges. All right, let's get this going. So in California, right? Just so you have some perspective here on why I'm saying what I'm saying, the penalties for voluntary manslaughter are as followed: 3, 6, or 11 years in California state prison and a fine up to $10,000. That is what it is. That is the penalty. The penalties from voluntary manslaughter. All right, so that's one. Two, murder one. Okay, gives you gives you 25 years to life if sentencing guidelines. All right. Murder two. Okay, murder two. You could face 15 years to life in state prison. However, there are circumstances. Da 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 da. Da. Doesn't matter. Listen, secondary manslaughter is only 5 more years than what Tory got for this, and he didn't even do all of that. He didn't even do all of that. All right, and then you got as a felony, right? Gross in California, gross vehicular manslaughter is punishable by imprisonment in the state of imprisonment in state prison. Who typed this? For 2, 4, and 6 years. All right. 2, 4, and 6 years. Gross vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated, all right, is a felony offense that is punishable up to 10 years. You could get a DUI and kill somebody and only get 10 in addition to the court fines and you having to go into rehab and do all this other stuff. You could kill somebody on a DUI and get 10 years. And he missed. The bullet didn't even actually hit her. It hit the ground, it shattered. It shattered and she was hit by shrapnel. You know what I'm saying? Like she had a real injury. She was really hit by that. However, 10 years for what it was, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I can't get behind that. Like, cause what he was convicted on, what he was convicted on. Let me go to my go to my little stuff real quick. He was convicted on Wayne's conviction con court sentencing. Jesus, why is this acting like it don't? All right, cool. All right, there we go. Okay, he was sentenced to. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Where is it at? Man, y'all, there we go. Up to 10 years, all right. He was convicted, okay? He was convicted. Here we go. Assault with a semi-automatic firearm, having a loaded unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and gross and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. Okay. Now, here's my thing. If you followed my initial coverage, right? I was more so of nah, he's not gonna go to jail at all. But the more I heard of it, I was like, man, he at least getting two of them. He at least getting two of them because if they get him with discharging gross discharge of a firearm, they're definitely gonna get him having a loaded unregistered firearm in the vehicle because they're just gonna stick it to him. Like it's unregistered, it's gonna stick to him unless the bodyguard actually claimed the gun as his. That charge is gonna stick. And then he never had the bodyguard testify, and the bodyguard showed up. That was one of the most bizarre choices. Like I really want to know what was he thinking? What was his counsel thinking? This man literally like screwed himself. He literally screwed himself for nothing, for less than nothing. Uh, well, not for less than nothing. He got 10 years in prison, but still, um, there's that. But I do really want to get into her tweets. Meghann Cuniff. Yeah, Meghann Cuniff. All right, cool. So here we go. Nope, that's that thread. Let's see. Find all my articles. Da-da-da. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This series of tweets is insane. All right, so listen. Speaking of PDF Twitter threads, da 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 da. Okay, Tory Lanez has not been sentenced yet for Meghan shooting. We just got out of court. Everyone said that doesn't matter. Hereford did get an indication of where he's going, though I caution that we shouldn't read too much into it. He's looking at the law about dismissing extra enhancement. It says he shall dismiss unless doing would harm public safety. All right. And then Judge Hereford asked prosecutors if they're saying imposing 10 years instead of 13 years would endanger public safety. The DA said 13-year sentence is appropriate. And she cited that Tory Lanez wouldn't do full time under state law, only about 85%. Uh, where in the world did she get rid of all her tweets? Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, I was like, what the heck? Okay, all right. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, she really got rid of her whole thread. Oh, she's crazy. She's crazy. She got rid of her thread. She put it in PDF. Put it through all thread. She has a document. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Oh, this is from the trial. Okay. Well, let's just get rid of this because I don't want to see none of that. Uh, PDF for all that in one place. Okay, that's nice. That's cute. What did she do with her tweets, man? Dang, I should have went live earlier when she still had the tweets up. That's crazy. That's crazy. I really should have did that. All right, here we go. Yep, there we go. All right, cool. She put it all in the article. Sorry about that, man. I was I'm trying to find all the info. She playing. All right. So the article will be updated. I don't know, whatever. So Tory Lanez was sentenced Tuesday to 10 years in prison for shooting Megan in the foot. Da 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 da. Let's followed decision followed an unusually long hearing that stretched into a second day and included 7 people answering questions from Lane's attorney, mostly about his childhood and charitable work, as well as his struggle with the death of his mother when he was 11, and a jail chaplain said uh said Lane's hosts a daily prayer on his floor that has less intentions and sets him far apart from the 15,000 other inmates he's met over the years. We spoke for several minutes, asking Hereford not to send him to prison. He called Meghann someone I still uh care for dearly to this day. I want to talk about that. Just that part right there. Bruh, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Like, she sent you to jail. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care anymore. And the thing is, like, your people, your attorneys literally did you grimy. Like, if there was GSR, right? Gunshot residue, and it's on people, right? Like, let's figure out that percentage. Let's get that nailed down. And then you're holding this the gun, the DNA on the gun is inconclusive on you. Test the other person that could have been. Y'all didn't even test her. Like, what's going on? Like, who, number one, who was investigating this? And two, why did y'all not do anything? Like, why did y'all not do that? Like, and then You literally play with your life over here trying to protect people that don't give a damn about yours. I be damned. Okay, I'll be damned if I do that. I'd be damned if I do that. I'd be damned if I go outside like that. There's no way. There's no way I'm holding anybody down like that. Not a soul. There's not a soul on this earth I'm gonna hold down like that. All right. Not a soul. Not a soul. I don't care what you gotta say, how you feel, how you think. None of that. I don't care. There's no way. There is no way I'm holding y'all down like that. Just and then I end up losing everything. Everything. Like, dude lost 10. He's finna lose 10 years of his life. If he's lucky through the appeal process, he might lose just 2 years of his life. That's ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous. Like there's no honor in that. Like okay, like there's no honor in that. There's nothing to be had from that. They didn't care about you, bro. They did not. Like I don't even know how you put yourself in that situation to where you was in the car with both of them and getting to popping off talking reckless. I don't give a damn how drunk I am. I'm not doing that. And plus you was fucking friends. Why? Why, bruh? I get it. They bad. Have some damn discipline. If you would have had some damn dick discipline, you wouldn't even be in this situation. That's really to keep it 100. That really what fucked you over. That and your mouth because you was talking too much during this case. Let me get back to this. Um, let's see what. Continue reading. Stop playing with me. All right. Da 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 da. He said the victims, my friend. He talked about bonding with her over the loss of their mother. We both lost our mothers. We would sit there and drink until we got numb. He said the lawyer over submitted 76 character references, letters from friends, family, and other supporters. One of the writers includes singer Iggy Azalea, a police chief, and a state representative from Missouri, and a doctor who treated Lanez for hair loss. In the written statements read aloud, Meghann said she struggled with whether to attend in person, and her absence should not be seen as anything other than her preserving her mental well-being. Like okay, let's deal with that. All right, Meghann didn't have to show up. All right, she didn't have to show up. All right, um, and I don't, I don't know. How do I say this without being grossly insensitive? For what it was, for what happened that night, okay, and for what it was, I don't know what is traumatizing you. You know what I mean? It wasn't like somebody maliciously went after you because if somebody maliciously wanted to, if he literally wanted to, he could have did it. Like or the girl that or if Kelsey shot you, like she could have did it, but we didn't. That's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Clearly somebody meant you harm. A round went off, it missed, and then the rest of the rounds went into Nowheresville. They went into the air. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's just me being straight up. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like uh I don't know. She said, since Tory Lanez, I've not experienced a single day of peace. Yeah, that is kind of fucked up that the internet's just on your ass. But I think also when making a statement that Tory shot you in the court of public opinion, you should have been very honest and forthcoming about everything else. Therefore, you could not ever be seen as even slightly as a liar, even slightly as a liar. Okay, y'all, you know what I'm saying? You and Kelsey fighting outside the car. You should have talked about that. You and you know what I'm saying? You and Kelsey both being physically and romantically involved, sexually and romantically involved with Tori. That should have been revealed like very early on. You know what I'm saying? Because hiding things in the dark, it just comes back to burn you at the end of the day. And you know what I'm saying? Once people are lied to once, they're gonna just stick that on you and just say, yo, you're a liar. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you deal with how long this trial process, like before it got to trial and everything was dragged out. Like this has been going on for the better part of like it's been a thing for like 3 years. For like 3 years. Like you gotta, I don't know, you gotta handle that differently. You gotta handle it differently. You gotta be honest. Meghann said mercy is for people who show remorse. Lanez has shown none. I mean, if he didn't feel like he was guilty, he wouldn't. She thanked the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office for their support and said she wants Lane's sentence to be a message for every woman who's a victim of violence. He not only shot me, he made a mockery of my trauma. He tried to position himself as the victim and set out to destroy my character and my soul. All right, listen. This is where Tory went wrong at. He was making too many damn statements online, doing too many shenanigans, pumping stuff out to the media. He should have just been absolutely quiet. Like, if you're not finna tell the whole story and tell the whole truth and be like, yo, this is what happened, shut up and go to trial. Just shut up. That's it. That's it. You could have just played put out music and let that be that. You didn't have to make no statements. He lied to anyone that would listen and paid bloggers to disseminate false information about the case on social media. He released music videos and songs to damage my character and continue his crusades. He continued. At first, he tried to deny the shooting ever happened. Then he attempted to place blame on my former best friend. In his tantrum of lies, he blamed the system, blame the press, and as of late, he's using his childhood trauma to shield himself and avoid culpability. Oh, she wrote that in there? She wrote that in there? This last part, she wrote this? How did she know he was saying that day? To send it as a letter. How does she know that? Anyway, then attempted to place the blame on my former best friend. I mean, it could have happened because at one point you said you didn't see the shooter. Could have happened. She said that Lanes must be forced to face the full consequences of his heinous actions and face justice. Lanes continues to maintain his innocence. His lawyers argued that he has an alcohol use disorder because of post traumatic stress disorder and an anxiety disorder, and they as he believes for jail on probation and to a residential substance abuse program. Hereford questioned whether the nexus is between the crime and Lane's alcohol use disorder. If he's still denying shooting Meghann, your client at no time indicates he actually shot the victim. What is he alleging he did as a result of alcohol use disorder? If he did, see this alcohol use defense literally blew up in his face because the judge was seeing like, you know what I'm saying, kind of being a bit more sympathetic and was gonna go a bit lower. But this trying to lie in the judge's face and push this out, push this narrative, like try another spin and try a different spin. Like they shouldn't have tried this spin. Like who's that? Who Joseph Jose Bays? Like he is a terrible lawyer, bro. He's terrible. Like, get him up out of there. I would never say that under any circumstance. I'm not saying that. That literally, man, niggas need to start playing chess, bro. That's what really it is. You need to start playing chess because you would understand how that move sets yourself up for failure. Okay, you set yourself up for failure, and the judge seen through that. And then if anything, he's alleging he did as a result of alcohol use disorder. If he didn't do anything, Hereford asked, what did the doctor conclude he did as a result of alcohol use? It's very unclear. Bay said, "Yeah," said yelling, and the argument that went back and forth in the car, and said there were lots of decisions that transpired that to escalate the situation. It wasn't a pretty situation. It wasn't that young man's finest moment. Bay said, Hereford's unusual decision to allow questions meant it took 3 hours to get through the people who spoke Monday. He also allowed Lane's lawyer to reopen their opened their questioning of two speakers on Tuesday. The speakers included a jail chaplain who said Lanez had helped bring peace to restricted cell floor through a daily prayer call that brings everyone together at 9 p.m. and a mental health specialist who said that Lane's post-traumatic stress order and anxiety order that underlays his alcohol use order. Okay. This deputy district attorney, Alex Bott, said Lanes was almost 29 when he shot Meghann. He had no prior reports of alcohol problems. The video of his arrest shows him walking without stumbling. Bott said and his attempts to bribe Kelsey and Meghann show someone in control of his actions. He said the shooting was an act of misogyny towards Meg. Oh my God, these buzzwords, bro. But I mean, at the same time, I'm gonna just keep it a band though. I'm gonna keep it really a band right now. Like, if they would have spent less time Lane's lawyer would have spent less time talking about all this extra mess. You know what I'm saying? Like bringing them back for day 2 on Tuesday, and more so attacking the district attorney point. You know what I'm saying? He could have made some headway, but they're focused on the wrong thing. Bot said Lanes will say whatever it takes to avoid accountability, which he was doing, like in the statements up above with the alcohol thing. Like, he literally set himself up for Bot to say this, and Bot's not wrong for saying this. He's damn near 100% accurate. And is talking out both sides of his mouth. Again, he's absolutely correct. Tory, get a better fucking lawyer. Damn, like anybody can see through this by claiming alcoholism and a mental disorder, but also saying he's a role model for his son. Cooked, cooked, cooked. Bot cooking. Bot is cooking. Bot is cooking. Stephanie Hearing, a program director of home sentencing, said Lanes is a great candidate for our program, and she's available to pick him up from jail and take him there immediately. She said she believes anyone with a substance abuse disorder must first have a mental health disorder, and Lanes qualifies. The sentencing ends a 3-year-old case that sparked contentious debate online and propelled prosecutors to describe as a campaign of misinformation waged by Lanes against Meghann. I wouldn't go as far again. I wouldn't go as far as to say, oh, it was a campaign of misinformation. I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. I would not say that. But what I would absolutely say, with certainty, is that um because he had a gag order and couldn't talk, he resorted to means that normal people wouldn't go to get his message out there. Which again is unfortunate because he was doing stupid stuff, like showing up with the baby at the same place that Meghann was. Bruh, that was a dumb move. That was a really dumb move. You shouldn't have did that. He really shouldn't have did that at all. um yeah, like a lot of his stunts and antics, uh, you know what I'm saying? Like, he pretty much was poking the bear the entire time, and felt invincible. Lanes was arrested on a gun charge shortly after July 12th, 2020. Yeah, goodness gracious. Went on for 3 years. Wow. He and Meghann were leaving reality star Kylie Jenner home, and all this happened because he wanted to smash Kylie. When an argument broke out with Meghann exit the Escalade, where and she testified in trial that she heard Lane say "dance, bitch," but Kelsey said she ain't hear. The neighbor, the guy that was watching them through the window, said he never heard it either. You know what I'm saying? So I really want people to just drop that "dance, bitch." Like, I want people to drop that. Like, it was refuted by the guy that the eyewitness that was watching from his window or his balcony or whatever it was, that was looking down into his driveway. He could see them and hear them. He never heard that. He never heard that. And then if Kelsey's saying she ain't do it, if Lane is denying he said it, you know what I'm saying? That just leaves her just saying that. And I don't think he said that. I Not in my wildest imaginations. I don't imagine anybody saying that. That don't even make sense. Like that's a wild thing to say. Meghann initially denied being shot. I mean, telling police she stepped on glass despite needing surgery to remove bullet fragments from her feet. However, to again, people saying it's bullet fragments, they couldn't find them. Okay, this is how I know he had a terrible attorney. They could not find the fragments. How can you say anyone was shot if there were no bullets? What's the chain of custody on that? You know what I'm saying? It's the DA's job. It's the state's job because it's not Meghann persecuting him. It's the state. It is the state's job, okay, to keep a good chain of custody on that stuff. It's their job. Like a good attorney would have been able to deal with that. But again, here we are. We're in this situation where he just had he's ass attorney. His attorney was ass cheeks, hot ass. Um, he was charged in August of 22, but remained free on bail till September 2022. When he was placed on house arrest after allegedly assaulting singer August Alsina in Chicago. Listen, that mess right there did not help him at all. That did not help him at all. All he had to do was just be a good person. Don't do anything crazy. And he still was getting into stupid situations and stupid antics. Here's what I can say about Tory. I mean, he's probably a cool dude, but he ain't no perfect dude, and he does a lot of dumb shit. Okay. And sometimes when you have a history of doing dumb shit, you end up in a dumb ass place. Okay. And his dumb ass place right now is jail because he constantly was doing dumb shit. Okay. He was jailed after the jury convicted him in December of 2020. December of 2022 on the 23rd for first degree assault with a firearm. I do not think because oh my god. Okay. First degree assault with a firearm. First degree assault with a firearm. First degree assault with a firearm. Let's look up what look up what that is for California. Uh first let's see. Eh, come on, get that back on here. All right, yeah, just give me one hot second to get that up here. California first where am I at? First degree assault firearm sentence. Yep, there we go. Okay, so listen. All right, let's deal with let's look up what that is. Deadly assault with a deadly weapon. In California, under Penal Code determining an assault. There we go. The assault with a deadly weapon sentence and punishment depends on whether or not the offense is charged as a misdemeanor or a felony. Assault with a deadly weapon is considered a wobbler in California, which means it can either be charged as a felony or a misdemeanor offense, depending on the facts of your case. In making this determination, the prosecution will consider various facts, such as the type of weapon you used to commit the injury to offense, the extent of the victim's injuries, if any, and the manner in which the assault was conducted. Whether the offense is charged as a felony or misdemeanor will determine the sentencing and punishment following a conviction. Uh, yeah, and that's gonna give him up to 4 years. That's gonna give him up to 4 years. Um, but that's how that works. That's how that ends up working. Uh, yeah, yeah, that's that. Okay. Oh, is this another one? Okay, cool. Hold on. I got another definition. I got another definition. Hold on. I got another one. Oh no, but this is the same thing. This is the same thing as the other one. All right, cool. But yeah. But yeah, I don't think is there, man, is there anything that has to do with intent with that? Is there anything that has to do with intent? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. To be guilty of assault with a deadly weapon, you must assault someone with a deadly weapon other than a firearm. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay. Other than a firearm, use force resulting in great bodily injury and act willfully and have facts that would lead a reasonable person to realize that the act would result in using force and having the ability to use force likely to produce great bodily harm or injury to assault someone and it not being an act of self-defense. A lot of those ands are very important. And somebody that's a good lawyer would have started picking apart at the defense attorney would have started picking apart these ands. And I believe if he would have picked like the act willfully, right? Like he didn't act willfully, and he didn't cause great bodily harm or injury. I do want to see. Let's see. Assault with a deadly. Let me see. Assault with a first degree assault with a firearm. Okay, so here's the elements. Here's the elements of the crime. Okay, sorry. Hold on. You acted with a firearm in a manner that could reasonably result in the application of force on another person. Your act is willful and intentional. Act you act the time at the time you acted, you are aware of the fact a reasonable person would believe your act would directly and most likely result in the application of force on that person. At the time you acted, you had the ability to apply force with a firearm. So that number four and number one, like for sure. But if he had a good attorney, he could have made two and three elements of the crime like go away. You know what I'm saying? Thus you kind of win that. But he wasn't trying to do any of that. Like I don't know who his attorney was. Well, I do know we do know who his attorney was, and he was trash. Um, yeah, he was just straight trash. His attorney was trash. His attorney was trash. I'm sorry. His attorney was trash. Like you get to read and stuff. You get to reading the elements of the crime, and then you get to going like, okay, like how do I defend against this? Okay, you start breaking down the different elements of that to prove that and make that actually stick. All right. Um, okay, because like with the previous definition I was reading, like the or part, right? The or part means like you could have one or more of the different elements that are listed, but some of those elements have to go together. That's why they have the conjunction and it pulls them together, and then you can kind of like start dismissing the elements of the crime and kind of try and win your case by striking down like intent or different things of that nature. uh Negligent discharge of a firearm, which I will agree. I will wholeheartedly say right here, right now, and will agree. He did discharge the firearm. Now, in what direction and where his bullets went, I have no fucking idea. And guess what? Who else has no idea? The police have no idea because they could not. They literally said they could not actually actually set up a sequence of events. All they had was casings everywhere. They had no sequence of events. They could not tell you where things went and how they went there. They couldn't do none of that because they failed at their job that night. They failed that night. Possession of a concealed and unregistered firearm in a vehicle. Again, if they get you for the negligent discharge of a firearm, you're probably finna get the possession of it because you had to be in control of it to shoot it. You know, uh, Judge Hereford rejected his motion for a new trial in May, and the state appellate court then rejected an unusual request to remove the judge from the case or order him to grant a new trial. That was a wild, again, another thing that they did that they should have never did. They shouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? That just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, makes the judge feel away. You know what I'm saying? Play ball, be nice. Meanwhile, Megan Megan meanwhile became more publicly active. Da, 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 blah, 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 blah. Imagine how it feels to be called a liar every day, especially from a person who was once part of your inner circle. Um, whatever. Anyway, I don't care about none of that. All right. Is there anything else here that's relevant? I don't think so. I don't think so. So look, that's it. That's it. I've gotten covered pretty much everything that led to this. Man, like what a freaking like again, I want to end it on this note. Um we do not really still to this day, we do not firmly know what happened that night. The police can't even tell you. Okay? All they had to do was prove that this was a likely and reasonable sequence of events. That's what they had to prove, and that's what they did. They did their job. Tory Lanez is in jail now. However, again, when I read off that stuff from before, if you can kill somebody on a DUI and get 10 years, you're telling me that through a bullet, I can shoot a bullet, okay? Shoot a bullet, it splatters, sprays shrapnel, and now I am going to jail for 10 years because that bullet hit that person and it wasn't intentional. I wasn't trying to shoot that person. It was not. The shrapnel hit that person. That is what happened. 10 years, that's crazy. 6 years, I would have accepted. I would have accepted he had to do six. 6, 5, hell, I'll take 7. But 10 is crazy. Because again, like I said, you can kill people with manslaughter. Manslaughter gets you 15 in California. 15 minus extenuating circumstances of how you killed them. 15 for manslaughter. 5-year difference and somebody's dead? That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. It'll never make sense to me. Again, he was really only supposed to do 6, but because again there's a firearm involved, it was an enhancement. Therefore, he got 4, and I think he would have been fine. And when I got that enhancement, if he would have his lawyer would have just shut up and not pushed that stupid alcohol and mental disability thing, and saying that he was regretting stuff. It shouldn't have pushed that. Shouldn't have pushed that narrative. I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have pushed that narrative in a million years. Tory, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to take some self accountability and know that this is all your fault for not having dick discipline. That's at the end of the day. That's what it boils down to. You did not have good dick discipline. Therefore, you what the heck? Who messaged me on here? Okay, that's my homie. My homie messaged me on Twitter. Um, yeah, bro. Like that's what it boils down to. That's what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. I tried to be fair here. You know what I'm saying? I tried. If this was seen as fair and y'all accepted it as fair, that's great. If you didn't, I don't know what I can do to help you. I tried to just like kind of just like both sided all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like at both all parties involved should have handled this a lot better and been a lot more truthful up front. Everybody should have. This should not have taken 3 years. It should not have. It only took 3 years because everybody was playing games, especially Tory. As a man, you fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up royally. From you having poor dick discipline, to you not being fully honest and cooperative with the police. You know what I'm saying? You was trying to like hold it down. If your truth is you didn't do it and somebody else did, tell it. Say it. Now you're doing 10 years. That girl in the last 2 years between y'all going to court for the everything, she on the stand got immunity and then had a baby. She has a whole family. Her child is gonna be in school, grade school, like fourth grade. And you're gonna be just getting out of jail, and your hair implants are gonna be gone, and you're gonna be bald, bro. You're gonna be fucking bald. Like, what's going on, fam? Like, and you thought that was good? Like you thought no, 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 no. Bear the full again. The truth will always set you free under every circumstance possible. You know what I'm saying? I hope that Megan Thee Stallion finds some peace and some solace with everything that Kelsey does, that Tory does as well. And all other interested parties also find peace because we have better things to deal with than this bullshit. How did we go from being fully united, okay, against the Alabama, you know what I'm saying, the Alabama fighters, brawlers, and now we're like so downright divided over something that's really shouldn't be that much of an issue. All right. Anyway, that's my time. I'll catch y'all later. I'm up out of here. Bye.